We're still continuing on with the warm white in this area, along his chest and his neck. I thought I'd go ahead and record what I'm doing so you can kind of see how it's. Here I am just really just tapping. Just barely touching. Some areas I tap a lot more so I can get a little bit more white. Since the paint is thin, it does take more tapping than more layers. In this area, it's going to be a lot more whiter and a little bit more solider. Solider word? So this I use most of my bristles. I really lay the brush down a little bit more. And then I'll start so that this blends in without it being just a stark line. This will have to go over several times to get it to be really white. Just keep tapping, 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 tapping. Start coming into a little bit more streaks. The more we get up that way. And towards that edge. Like I said, this is more solid. I more or less kind of just pretty much fill that in. Some of that dove gray is still showing behind it, but we'll get it more white pretty soon. Right now it's still not real white, so. Ah! There's paint on my fingernail. Damage control. Okay, good as new, sorta. New as it can be. These are my little Halloween fingernails. I don't know if you can see the kind of shiny, but they're little graveyard. Oh, too shiny. Trust me. They're like little tombstones and little fence and little trees and a little space. I know sometimes I move a little fast, so that's how I get things done. Bear with me. We're slowly getting there. Really. Coming back over here. Add more warm white. Okay, let's see if we can start getting some coverage here. Sometimes I gotta pull these, dry paint off the tips every once in a while. Just to tap it on. This is where music would come in handy. Have something to listen to instead of me rambling on and on and on. We're getting rain. I can hear it thundering outside. Well, sometimes this is a long process, but in the long run, the end result, you'll be happy that you spent the time doing it. Especially if you're really wanting to try to make your paintings more realistic. Getting into painting pets. It just takes time. It's the little details that help make it that way. We could have just went along here and painted him gray, did some highlighting and some shading, and kind of be done, but it just wouldn't look the same. At least here, It looks like we've got short hairs. This is a dappled gray kind of horse, so his fur is going to be splotchy. As you notice, I'll go over some areas several times, because each layer you put on brings that up that much more lighter. Plus it ends up blending the fur in, or the, I don't know why I want to keep saying fur. It's blending in the hair. Yeah, that's coming along. By the time we get these little hairs done and start getting the details of the bridle in, get his mane and hair done, send him to the beauty salon to get his hair fixed. Like I said, just keep tapping. Just using the very ends of your brush. Oh my golly, I think we're getting about done here. Okay, we got that part done on the bottom. Need to take another picture.